Hello, guys. Welcome once again to the Lorcana Cookout. We are very excited because this is one of the pretty much the first episodes of the new set, a new season, right? So I'm very excited to have here all three of us. I say all, because usually it was three of us and Danny kind of left us. He's playing probably Gundam somewhere right now. But we got Eddie, aka Suddenchill, and then Cesar, aka Zetnus here. And then we just wanted to talk about the meta, right? What have people been cooking? People were curious. First, they were testing online for a few weeks before the set came out, and then it was official. But then we're 2 weeks in, so things got changed from one week to the other, and we're here to talk about all that. And week three, how is it going to look? We'll talk about all that and more here at the Lorcana Cookout.
Yo guys, so what's up? Um, so let's talk. I mean, we've been out a while, so we got quite a bit of results to talk about, and I mean, a kind of defined meta already, to be honest. So we could go ahead and talk about our thoughts on the meta so far, and I guess after that we'll go into some of the lists that have topped the past two big events. Honestly, we had, let me look at them real quick. I think the 6K here with us, it was like 180 players. We had the Southside Gaming tournament, 126 players last weekend. Last weekend was also the Encounter, 73 players. That was one of the smaller ones. And then this weekend we had the Inc. 226 players. And then I don't remember how much CCS was. I think it was like 400 and something. So honestly, we got pretty good data already. I mean, if we want to be honest, obviously some decks might still not be like fully refined, but I mean, these are almost every single one of these events that happen were over 100 players. I would say this is pretty good data. But um, I'll let you start first, Eddie. What do you? Because it seemed like you were not playing for a while, bro, and then all of a sudden you came through. So let's hear your thoughts on the meta real quick.
Yeah, so ever since the first time you started playing this meta, you immediately recognize the set rotation. The power level has, totally been reset. No board wipe, no less removal, less draw. So the colors that naturally have removal, that have draw, are sticking out. And to me, those are Blurple and Purple Steel. Right, Strength of Raging Fire for Steel, Into the Unknown for Blurple, and they both have the same, characters that draw. And those have obviously been two very popular decks. And I think along with every new set, we're used to the aggro decks coming out strong. So out the gate, Amber Steel has was always it was interesting, right? Amber Steel, we were really scared of Tiana, scared of this new card with Nala, the 2-drop quest for 3, and everyone's kind of like predicting that's going to be everywhere. And surprisingly, from my experience, I don't think I've played it once this set so far. 2 weeks in, I haven't not even get paired up with once, and that honestly that changes everything. Because if everyone's going mid range rather than aggro, I thought we would be in a mid range state eventually, but we started in a mid range set, like mid range state out the gate. So evasive wars, right? Genie wars are coming back. Um, we're seeing a lot of just out tempoing with huge bomb plays like with second star. Second star's pretty crazy. We can draw 5 and your opponent doesn't. Um, and then I think the biggest thing too, without kind of throwing too much, is board development, board presence. Characters that can quest and do stuff, characters that can pump your board, are huge. They're like make a big difference right now because a lot of times if you can 2 for 1, you're winning the game. So don't want to throw too much, but like out the gate, this feels like a new game. And honestly, I personally, it's very different, but I'm kind of ready for it. I like the challenge of kind of starting new, and I'm able to be patient. I've always been a naturally patient guy, And I feel like my patience gets rewarded a lot in this set because I'm able to develop and wait for the right time to strike and then kind of run away with it. Different decks have different game plans, different strategies. Personally, I've been playing Blurple and Purple Steel the most and been finding success with them at, at both, you know, these tournaments going like 5-1, 6-1. They're good.
Yeah. I mean, like Eddie said, I was very down on the meta. I think if any of you guys watched any of the podcasts prior, I think I was pretty open on how I feel like it would have went. I feel like my suspicions about the meta have been correct so far. I feel like there's still a lot of standstills. Like I feel like in one of the even like the 6K, um, one of the matches, like we literally spent like 4 or 5 turns just passing. Like I would develop 2 characters, pass, and he developed 2 characters, pass, and then I developed 2 characters, pass, and that to me is just so boring. I think Dre walked past me and he looked at me and I just like looked at him and I'm like, and he just started laughing. I'm like, dude, I am, like, I was so upset, and it wasn't even because I felt like I was in a losing position yet. It's just like, to me that's just boring. But I mean, everybody to each their own. People like this meta. I don't blame them for it. I do like the rotation. Like I do like the uniqueness that it's bringing and the freshness that it's bringing. I just still disagree with certain. Not that they didn't bring them back, but certain things that they didn't either bring back or reintroduce into the game. That I'm honestly really hoping for them to introduce in the next set. Because if not, I don't know how much longer I could keep playing the game at like with the way the game is right now. I mean, I love the game a lot. Don't get me wrong. I'm still enjoying playing it, but um, this is the Lorcana channel, so from like all the news I've been seeing about Riftbound, like it has me like super like I just want to go play. And if like next set isn't looking too hot for me, I'm like, I might just actually go do it. But I mean, this set I still have a lot of tournaments coming up. Right, we got Denver in 2 weeks, and then or next week, and then Milwaukee. I got a Milwaukee ticket, so I'm still excited about it. But yeah, I mean, right now I think purple is like super strong. I think purple and purple steel are best decks. Um, and I mean, the it's kind of weird because if you look at the data, it's kind of to the point where where it was when everybody was demanding a ban to Hiram or a ban to like blue decks, because that's all that was showing in the top tables. Like I was watching, um, like I didn't really tune into the Ink tournament, but this weekend I was watching basically all of the CCS tournament, and they actually had 2 channels. Like they had one channel showing a set of game, and then another channel showing another set of game, and obviously the further you got into the day, they started showing the undefeated, and there was multiple times in the day where I would go and alternate between both of them to see what was playing, and it was purple mirror matches. And a lot of times I would go back and see, like, let me see which one I'm gonna watch, and there's multiple times where it was 2 purple matches going on and they were showing the undefeated. So I'm like, dude, this is like kind of annoying. um but I didn't ask for a ban then. I don't really think a ban is needed now. But I'm surprised not anyone has called for it yet, since we're kind of in the same numbers and representation of the colors between 2 decks that we were in when the other one occurred. And my biggest argument towards that one before was that blue steel item was like a new type of deck. It was like a new thing. So like I was kind of like, why would you guys ban something that has never been like top meta? And like now that it gets its time to shine, you're banning it. And it's kind of the same scenario, right? Like Blurple, this is the first time like it's the top dog, and like I'm just surprised like no one has like been up in arms for it yet. But yeah, I mean the meta's okay for me. I can deal with it for at least a set. Well, we'll have to continue seeing, but those are my thoughts on it.
Yeah, I think it's you guys have very good takes on the meta. I agree with most of what you guys have both said. I think Purple Steel. I called it from week one. I think that's the best deck. I still believe so. I do believe Blurple's the deck with the highest ceiling. So if you're able to break through that shell of like this deck can no longer get under me, then you have the best deck in the room. The issue is that sometimes as a Blurple player, they can't get under you, right? And that's the issue. Like it's very hard to get under a purple steel deck, amber steel deck, blue steel deck, but it's not. It's more doable to do it against purple. So that's definitely one thing that at least it has it that checked. So I still believe Purple Steel's the best deck, and then I believe Purple's the second best deck. I do like that there is still believers in aggro. Personally, I like that because it's keeping the Blurple at least at bay from being quote unquote tier zero. I know Caesar was saying this practically tier zero, but I still believe there's that. Like we got green yellow purple steel that was in the finals of Anaheim. That's not a Blurple deck, right? Neither of those. So I think the fact that that can happen, it's really good. um, Me and Caesar, we piloting not purple, right? And me and both me and him had success at Anaheim. We both made day two. Sadly, he wasn't able to go day two just to some family stuff, and then I lost my winning in. And then I went this last weekend and still did blue steel. Very little changes. And then did the went undefeated in Swiss. I went 4-0 in a purple, right? In a trifecta. And I'm not doing green yellow. I'm not doing amber steel. I'm doing blue steel. So I think that shows a little bit of healthiness, right? Because yes, I know blue steel has some capabilities of having good draw, but like if I can live off of sometimes here and there scar and as a dog, then a that's fair. Um, so yeah, I like the meta. I like how there's three big dogs, right? Green, yellow. I mean, amber steel, purple steel, and blurple. But I like how there's decks that are countering that, which is green, yellow, blue, green, blue steel. To those very few believers that are still out there, and then yeah, I enjoy it. I enjoy this game a lot. I enjoy the pace of the game. I enjoy the way it's interacting. I personally thought I would have been on Blurple myself. I was doing great last set. Um, I I was losing to aggro, like hyper aggro a lot, and I thought that's where the format was going. And now I'm just way too comfortable in blue steel, and I'm kind of locked in and kind of starting to see the lines for against every matchup. So it's too late to kind of go out and just go to Blurple now. So it's good. I like it. I'm excited. I'm excited for Denver. I'm excited for Milwaukee. I'm excited because usually I don't do good this early. I'm more of a me and Dre. We always said we're more of a established meta. I mean, I attacked the meta, so when there was no meta, it was kind of rough. So if I'm already doing all right, decent, then I can't wait to hopefully once it's fully established, what we can do. Also, plug in, check out the channel, guys. Blue Steel, boom, is doing good. It's alive, guys. It's doable. You don't have to play purple,
Okay.
but it does
So
help. But it does help. But it does help.
so I do have a question since you're talking about that. Be honest, like if you're telling someone, let's say us, like your teammates, right? Me, Dre, and something. If you're telling us, we're telling you, hey, what do you think we should play? Non-biased of
Yeah.
the way you know how I am. Like, I a lot of the times don't like playing the best deck either. But what would you recommend to play? Like, I feel like it is just Blurp or Purple Steel, right? Like, I feel like it's wrong to not play those decks. I'm not saying that any other deck is bad. I'm not saying that the rest of the decks are bad, but I feel like if someone's asking what should I play to win this weekend, like I'm telling you, what should I play this weekend to win PPG Denver? Would you not say Blurp or Purple Steel?
So yeah, I think definitely. Um, I'm just gonna say like I guess for like a original audience, like they want my opinion, I would definitely say Purple Steel
Yeah.
because the reason I say that, so I'm on Blue Steel because I've noticed that I can do a lot of the things that Purple Steel is doing, but there's also I'm taking advantage of some of the Blue Steel things that Purple cannot do. So, like I said, like as long as I literally resolve Scar once, I literally can play the same steel cards that they're doing. I can be, but like there's some lines in Blue Steel that Purple Steel cannot do, which is why I'm in it. Now, to be fair, it is very it is very easy. Like it's more punishing to misplay in blue steel, and it's like very hard to pilot. Like it's definitely way harder. So Purple Steel to me would be just like the best default call that you can make, right? I like the deck with the Cuscos and the Diablos. Oh, but wait, I'm on the draw. It has Lilos, it has Jafar, boost your stuff. Like it's very versatile. Genies, it has the Dumbos. You can go the Jasmine routes, the five drop Jasmines, or you can just simply go more Genies and more Smees and Steel, and then add more evasives to your deck. The Easno build is not even bad, like right. There's a lot like that's the most flexible deck. So me as a teammate, I'm like if we're all gonna stick to one deck and it's 6 of us, 7 of us, I'm like we should just all take Purple Steel, right? I feel like that's a very good call. But that's just because me, you guys know me, I don't like having an auto loss. I rather have a deck that's 50-50. It's okay if I'm not favored into anything, but I'd rather be close to 50-50 across the board than have one really favorite matchup, but then one really bad matchup. That's just me, and that's why I think it's more Purple Steel than Blurple for me. But I don't know what you guys think about that. That's just me.
Yeah, I would also agree. I mean, I was one of the ones that was saying, um, I mean, you called it a while back. I don't know if you said it on the podcast, but you definitely called it a while back that you're like, I think Purple Steel is definitely a better pick. I started testing more, and I think I started testing Blurple too, and I started noticing it too because I think right before we played in Anaheim, I think I told you. I said, you know what, Hector? I said you're right, bro. I think Purple Steel is best deck. That was before we got any results, right? And honestly, like just seeing those games, and we'll go into it right now. I do think Purple Steel is the best deck. I think everybody just has that Blurple hype, because it's that deck that it's that new deck. Like I get it. It was seeing some meta relevance the past few sets, but right now it's the deck, right? Like everybody wants to be playing that deck. I mean, obviously some people are over it already because it's kind of, I think it's like 50% of the meta right now or more. It's crazy, but like I'm surprised a lot of people aren't playing Purple Steel. Maybe they'll realize it since Diago took 2 back-to-back wins on Purple Steel, first place both times. So, I mean, maybe people will start to make the switch, but I do think Purple Steel is better. And for the same reason, to be honest, if I didn't lock in Blue Steel with you, like building the deck together, I probably would have jumped on Purple Steel because for same reason like you're saying, like I'm not like I don't like playing a deck that just has an auto loss to something, and that's kind of why like I jumped on the Green Steel when it did, because like I literally started testing Green Steel when I went to Seattle, and I was literally like, dude, I literally can sit across anything, and I don't feel like I'm gonna lose. Like the worst one was Red Blue, but even then, like I was like I still feel pretty comfortable in winning this matchup. So, and that's why I didn't take
Is that how you
wide.
feel right now? Is that how you feel right now with the Blue Steel?
Um, yeah, pretty much. Like I think the only one I do feel is like almost a auto loss, but I don't know how much traction is getting. To be honest, is the green yellow deck. I don't know. I'm struggling with that deck with the Blue Steel is because that's one of my losses in the Anaheim because like if they just go wide and they just keep standing, either they're gonna under the CU or they drop their tramp that whenever they lose a character they draw, and then that's when they start turning sideways, and then they just leave that thing standing, and that thing's a 2/8. Like you either have to go 8 wide and strength it, but by that time they're questing with 2 questers and stuff. Like you have to deal with their smaller stuff, or you have to Hades it, and it's just like it just becomes like a really rough. So either I got eye rolled and he just saw it every time, but like he did that to me all 3 games, and I was like, luckily one game like I saw the Hades to out it, and that's the one I won, and the other 2 I didn't. So it's just like, and I played it even on whatever Fight Club, and every time I'm like, dude, like this thing almost feels unwinnable. Like if they drop that trap and I don't have a Hades or something, like it just feels unwinnable. But then again, like I'm not seeing it around too much. I thought I was gonna gain more traction because we'll go over it. In Anaheim, I got 2nd place, but I was seeing a little bit of traction, and then I started to like see it fall off again. But who knows? But I do think Purple Steel, like if I wasn't the way I am, I would probably tell anyone to just play Purple Steel or Blurple.
So yeah, I mean, some really good points, and I guess for me, if I was in the same situation, I mean, it's hard to like not consider the person I'm talking to. Like if I know if they're like, a certain type of person, right? It makes a big difference.
Yeah.
If it's someone I'd never met, then yeah, purple steel, because it's, for all the reasons you guys said, but also because I've noticed it's so consistent. You're always gonna have you're always gonna have like a 1 drop, a 2 drop, a 3 drop, and a 4 drop, and that 4 drop will most likely replace itself, or you find Doc and you just keep going. And a lot of time it's just about setting it up, and yeah, but if you can quest, if you have a good trade, but in this meta, a lot of times it's about setting up and then having one explosive, being the first person to have like one explosive turn, like playing like a Elsa, like 5 drop Elsa, or singing strength, and then kind of taking that inch, like lead and running away with it. At least with purple steel, it's all about like that out tempo, outpacing. Like pacing is such an important factor to the game now in this meta. Same with like probably the second place deck for me would be the green yellow dogs list. I think that aggro deck can be piloted by anybody, but when you add the under the sea package, that kind of raises the level up a bit to where you have to be patient, you have to be smart, you have to develop 8 wide, set up the trap play, and then find like either that trap that makes you draw, or undersea combo. Like it's all about digging for that trap play if you're on the draw, so you can basically board wipe them and then end the game. It becomes super control, even though it's like an aggro deck by design. Um, so I like those 2 decks for people who don't play too much, or who are serious about the game, and I don't know them personally. Blurple obviously is Blurple's like if you hit the 2 drop and the 4 drop, you're gonna have a good time. But sometimes you don't hit the 2 drop, right? You're kind of high rolling to just have the ramp on 2. You're like,
It's crazy too. Yeah.
mulliganing 7.
Now that you said it,
Exactly.
just reminded me because of the Rob and Dre. I won the Blurple. First of all, I've been. You guys remember how I played it in the last 3 months. Before that, I don't think like it was very rare that I missed like 2 like ramp on 2. But I don't know why it's just more commonly happening in this set. Like I'm like everyone's still on 8 copies, 60 card deck, so I don't understand. They're still only getting 6 and 7, so
Honestly, I'm glad to see
I'm
people
confused.
complaining
But
about
like
it.
Blurple players are missing ramp against me, and I'm getting like overly confident. I know it's false confidence. I was telling them like I know it's false confidence because I beat Dre and Rob. They were both on Blurple and I was on Blue Steel. But I'm like these guys. I think in one of the games, at least of the 3. But Dre was a 2-0, but to be fair, he did miss ramp on 1. And then on 1 I had like the shift Jasmine like just burr route. But yeah, if they miss ramp, like oh my gosh, Blurple is it's rough. It's so rough.
That's another reason why I'm not playing purple. I mean, think I've talked about it on the channel. Like there's one tournament where I played red blue and I missed turn to ramp 16 times in that day. Like 16 games, I missed turn to ramp. I do not want to play a deck right now with the play draw disparity as big as it is. That if like Hector's saying, I don't want to play a deck that if something happens, I just auto lose. And if I open up my hand and there's no 2 drop ramp, like I'm just gonna auto lose. That's why I liked red blue. Like when Coil came out, well, obviously it was broken, but because I felt like I didn't have to 2 drop ramp every time. Like I would sometimes go Coil on 2, Ink, Baby Sisu. And to me that felt good because I wasn't relying always to hit the 2 drop ramp. And to me that was like, all right, cool. Now I just don't auto lose if I just don't see this. And that's kind of what's putting me off of Blurple because I'm like, if I don't see 2 drop ramp, do I just lose? And I don't want to play that game.
And I'll say once list gets established. So once list get established that like everyone's on the same stock list. Right now it's getting a little. I don't know if you know. It's weekly by weekly. Everyone's getting on the same page, right? It's 4 elephants now. Everyone agrees. It's like started becoming like everyone starts agreeing on a certain thing, right? Um, hitting their 1 drop on Purple, dude. Hitting their 1 drop, they don't have no like if they're on the 4 elephant train, like they no longer have a strong 4 drop play because a lot of them cut Scrooge right. A lot of them cut the other cards to fit in the start of the right and stuff like that. So like I think in one of them, I literally stopped questing with Jasmine right before he was about to do the elephant thing. Like he just had the 1 drop, and I'm like, sing strength, kill your Rafiki. And then like, what's your turn for play? Genie. Okay. Quest with Jasmine. Quest with this. Play Pluto. Go. Like they lost.
Yeah.
Like it's like they know there's that's so like the more once it gets established, the more it's easy to be countered. So I think once everyone gets this established deck list, is going to be better for certain deck combinations to be stronger, right?
Hmm.
So
Exactly. You can start putting in cards like yesterday. I put in cannons like the morning of just for that exact reason that you said. Like
the
if I'm
Chem
going
Buster,
against Blurple,
yeah.
I don't want to see that elephant on turn 3 because I know
Yep.
if a Blurple player going against a Purple Steel player wants to get the elephant down on 3, and
Yep.
I'm like I'm
Yep.
gonna try to prevent that, right? But now we
It's
know,
stuff
right?
like that
Because
that
we
like
know.
once it starts being easily played, it's easily countered too. Like me killing your one drop, I promise you, any deck can just do that. It's not that hard. Even purple green will bounce it. Like it is not that hard to like once it starts getting stuff figured out. But obviously, like you better have it right because if once this elephant sticks, then it starts becoming like almost GG. But I
Yeah, it's
don't
a
know.
problem. It can be a problem, but I mean, even then, right? I feel like there's always like 3 strikes before you lose, and sometimes that can be like the first strike if in that like tougher matchup. If you're like in purple still, for example, right?
Mhm.
Um, I mean, if you're in steel, really, because elephant just is a great answer to steel. Because yeah, it's a 7 willpower is so sticky in this meta. It's it's like a TikTok, right? It's also a 7 willpower. Um,
Which I noticed some people are falling off of as well. They're kind of just thinking. Some people are cutting, not doing 4 Yagos, they're doing 3 now. They're doing the start of the right. So, which maybe what starts being countered, maybe you start getting some type of discard package going. I know Jason, that was first seed in Blue Steel at the Anaheim event, guys. He was like the only undefeated after 9 rounds of Swiss. He was on Beyond the Horizon, right? So start of the right, that's great. We all saw a player do that. I played Beyond start of the right, and then he literally like empties out his hand and goes sing Beyond the Horizon. Discard your 7 cards from your hand, draw 3. So some of them are on visions and they're on the develop. I think some people are falling off of that again. But like the more of that, the more that, maybe like Beyond the Horizon starts becoming a thing. Because I know people see it as a 7 cost, but these mid-range decks can play it pretty easily. You only need a 4 drop and a 3 drop. So like let's be real. That's in a standing format, how Caesar said, it's not that hard to sing together Beyond the Horizon. So the more maybe draw happy these purple decks start getting, like it's just like I think right now the difficult thing is that everyone's kind of doing their own splash on different things, so you're never fully sure. You'll get caught off guard by something, right? Like because like the more wide the format, the harder it is. But now imagine a wide format, and then each color combination has 3 different builds.
Yeah.
Like people are
yeah,
not have made up their mind yet. Like I don't know where you get hit with a feather. They play a 4 drop Scrooge 5/5, but then you play an evasive and they just hit you. They play the feather item. It's like, well, I just lost. I didn't expect that. Like it's like little stuff like that. But I mean, and we can go to some of the deck. Let's see how the metas are going. Or
Yeah,
you
we
guys want
will.
to?
I actually want to comment on something Eddie
Yeah,
said earlier about like what he would recommend to play, and he mentioned Sea Dogs. I actually think that deck's really hard to play, to be honest, in my opinion.
I think
Because
so too.
because to be honest, not a lot of people will think this is the right call, but I think that deck it's almost always the right call to just keep all your characters standing. And I think a lot of people are gonna misplay like that because they see a Daisy
Get
on one,
impatient.
they see a Daisy on one, then double Daisy on two, and they're gonna be like, I'm gonna have to quest. And to be honest, like that deck, it's I'm telling you, the way that guy was playing, like that guy was piloting it really good. Like it's almost always right to just keep all your characters standing until like you're like 8 characters wide. Then you do something and then boom, start questing. That's what I'm saying. Like if he would have just started questing with those characters, he would have lost. But since he kept them standing until he dropped that big tramp, like I lost. So I actually think that that deck's actually pretty hard to pilot, to be honest. So I just wanted to mention that
no,
because
yeah, and I mean, I did go in. I did say that, like, but I feel like once you know that, like that that's the game plan. Is you need to set up to just play that tramp for almost free if you can, because that tramp is really what makes that deck broken. So you can the 7 cost lady tramp card that you pay 1 less for, right?
yeah,
That's
that
the
card's
card
also
that
really good
really.
too. Yeah,
But I feel like that's the
Oh,
game
so far.
plan.
Yeah.
Setting that play up so you can dig for whatever answer you need in that scenario, and then
yeah, it's cracked. You
and
draw
then
seven
keep
and you
playing it.
keep. I mean, it sucks that you have to discard them all, but you're basically filtering, right? Like you're drawing seven to keep that one card you need.
Exactly.
whether that one card's under the sea or the other tramp that draws you cards. So
Exactly. So it's like once you know that, it's not that hard to play, but it's got a learning curve for sure.
yeah,
But it is a
Also,
powerful deck.
hot take too. The more Blurple just keeps seeing play, the more they don't have to be doing that build, and the more that if the deck just goes burr, because it's really strong against like these mid range decks doing the under the sea line, this and that. But against Blurple, like literally, you stick to your very like 1, 2, 3, 4, like just keep going sideways, and it's like they're struggling because it can get, as we know, it can be faster than Amber Steel, right?
yeah,
The thing with Amber Steel is it has niche plays where you can fight back or sing a song, and now you really can't come back. But Green Yellow can like Blurple, like let's say it's 80% Blurple meta, they can cut that whole package and just go burn. Like probably have
yeah.
a great,
I also
right?
I also I agree with what you're saying, but I also disagree because, like, there's some people that are saying that they're just gonna start disrespecting aggro because it hasn't been coming up, and I'm like, you can't do that. Like, you will just lose your tournament if you like face into an aggro deck, and like, I don't want to take that risk. Maybe other people do, and it works out for them, and they win the whole tournament because of that. But I also don't want to be the one that round 4 I get faced into an aggro deck and I just lost. Like, I literally just lost. Like, there's nothing I
I
can
don't
do.
want to be the X2 player and I played the best deck in the room, but I went against two hyper aggro decks and I
Yeah,
just chose for that to be my loss. And I didn't think that was gonna be. And that's I think we have the same reason of why we're not on those decks because we just don't want to like we want to have a chance no matter who we sit across.
yeah.
And I think that's why we're on the deck that we're on. And that's why I would be on purple steel if I wasn't on blue steel.
Yeah, because
Um,
I was seeing some people saying like I'm just gonna disrespect and look at Ink. We'll get to it right now, but just they had like
to
actually
be fair though, too, also like yo shift to Jasmine needs some love, man. People are not realizing that card is so
yeah,
good,
that
dude.
card's pretty good.
That card is so good.
So let's jump into some of these deck lists. So this is this is the Anaheim 6K that we had. We could take a quick look at this purple steel list. But I mean, like I said, Thiago, shout out to that guy. He just won 2 major events back to back, so we'll probably focus more on his list. But
Getting first place too is kind of crazy, right?
yeah, first place back to back
Because
over.
what? How many players was on each? At
Well,
least like
this one was Anaheim. This one was 180 players. This was not Thiago. This was Salty Deck Splish.
oh okay, you're showing salty right now.
But
Okay.
but
Yeah.
yeah, but our tournament was also won by Purple Steel.
Yeah.
I like Thiago's list a lot. To be honest, I don't think this list is bad, but this is first week, obviously. But yeah,
Yeah, there's I mean, something spicy is the Royal Guard. I don't think not many purple lists run the Royal Guard, but I see where there's value because of Dumbo and Doc. You're able to pump it up. Also strength. He's on 4 hypnotic strength. That's actually a lot. People are usually on 2, but 4 is not incorrect. I think Blurple plays 4. Um, Cannon is not like I know like the Tiago list doesn't run cannons. It's uninkable. I think it's a good call for the first week because you expect aggro. I think what's spicy about this is the 4 mines. The mines. Not many lists are running the mines, but it makes sense, right? When you're running 4 happy and 4 doc, you're able to just kind of stabilize and put pressure because sometimes the board is standing, so at least locations are getting lower. They force your opponent to deal with the locations, if anything. And then one last comment is the Lilo. There is a big debate in the Purple Steel community about which pump character should you go? Is it Jafar, the 3/2, quest for 2, pump 2? Is it the Yesenia 2/3, quest for 2, pump for 2? Or Lilo, that's a 2/2, quest for 1, pumps your whole board? And it is a debate in the community. I personally, I'll just do mine real quick. I'll put Jafar first, probably Lilo second, and Yesenia third. They all have their reasons, but that's how I would do it.
I like okay, so I like the purple steel list. I have both. Um, so what I mean by that is I'm a very big fan of Diablos in a deck that has Jafars and Lilos. Right, it's very good value. I've been a big fan of weirdly enough Cusco. So I think Cusco in of itself as a 2-drop, it's a whatever's card. I think Cusco with Diablo is really annoying. It's just really annoying. It's like they never run out of cards. And then you have like Lilos and Jafars. I've seen that type of list. I think that list is really strong. I am personally not a big fan of Fort Calhoun. That's just been me in this kind of meta. I do believe Cahoon has a place in this meta as like a good maybe two of. But I get it. A lot of these lists are just like meant to be deck building like four ofs. But hey, it's good. It's a good list for Cahoon. Sometimes I could just picture like a Blurple matchup, seeing like double Cahoon in your hand or something like that, and it's like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
rough.
right? It's like oof. But that's just yeah.
So this is the Sea Dogs deck that's going around. I saw some other iterations with what's it called? I think it was 2-drop Yzma that they're playing. If you guys don't know what the 2-drop Yzma does, it's basically another Bobby Zimmerowski effect, Mulan effect. You just draw and discard a card. I honestly thought that was a pretty good inclusion into this deck because you just want to see specific cards in this deck. And what better way to do it than to just keep filtering like all the other stuff you don't need at the moment yet, right? So I think they're pretty much playing like the same list, but they're playing that Yzma. It's a bad body. I think it's like a 2/2 quest for one, but it has that discard and draw effect, and I thought it was a really good idea because it was just getting him to like he didn't want to see the lady in his hand at that moment. He discards it, and he's just trying to find that big tramp or that under the sea, right? And then at the end of the day, you can keep discarding your 1s and 2-drops, and that shift lady brings it back anyway. So it's not like it kind of goes back to
Yeah.
like that Lilo, that surfer,
It's
whatever
becoming a
that.
mid range deck, right?
Yeah, it
To
goes
kind of
back
like a
to
mid
that.
range.
It goes back to that reasoning of like that Lilo, the zombie Lilo. It's like you don't feel that bad discarding it because it's gonna do something in your discard, right? So you're still cycling. You're throwing that 1-drop or 2-drop away with that Yzma, and if you really want that 1-drop or 2-drop back later because of the aggroness, then you pick it up when you shift your lady or you play your big lady. So I actually thought that was a really good inclusion. But I played against this deck. It was one of the decks that took me out, or gave me my second loss at the 6K, and yeah, it was pretty rough. I think that was the only time I wish I was like on 4 Hades because yeah, it felt bad. And I want to talk about it in case Mike, our teammate, watches this. He asked me why I didn't play because I think I shifted a Jasmine and quested with it, and then it sucks. But I bottom decked strength, and a sail, so I whiffed my Jasmine. And he's like, wouldn't it have been better to just drop Scar and quest? Because then I would have drew into those. I would have drew into those strengths, and then I could have outed his trap. At the time, I just agreed with him because I was kind of out of it after that game because I was so upset. And the reason I did that because I was thinking about it later, and I was like, "There's a reason I did that. Like I didn't just do that. The reason I did that was because I think I had enough ink still to shift Jasmine, quest. If I find Doc, play Doc, and then I draw. Like my out was like because I wanted to out that trap that turn, so I wanted to quest with shift the Jasmine. She's 2, quest, hit a Doc, play the Doc, and then either at that point find the strength or the Hades, and then still play the Hades if I think I had enough ink to do that. So I think that was the line that I was looking for. Unfortunately, I just threw 2 of the answers I was looking for at the bottom of the deck. So
I have a comment about that because so this reminds me of like the kind of podcast days when they were talking about I think the next card that you would have drawn or whatever. Then you have to put one at the bottom with the cauldron. It was a long time ago that people were like, well, what if you would just don't play that because you can put bad stuff at the bottom or stuff like that, right? Or whatever. Um, I I really dislike when people's takes on like for example, say Jasmine and be like Jasmine is not good because it could put your good stuff at the bottom, right? So I don't like that answer. Like I don't like people's take like that because for one, right? Like Jasmine's gonna give you card economy, right? So the goal is that you're gonna, we're playing 30 allies, so you're gonna get a card economy one. So we agree that questing with getting a +1 every turn is a good thing in the card game. I'm sure we can all agree with that. Every turn you get a +1. Okay. So then the cards that go at the bottom, they're unknown cards. Just when
yeah,
someone could be like, "Oh, those were good cards you put at the bottom. Those were bad cards you put at the bottom. Those were unknown cards, right? Those were cards that because you have Jasmine in your strategy, you were never meant to draw those cards anyway. What I mean by that is those cards could have been in the middle, in the bottom, in the top. It doesn't matter where because in your strategy, you were not meant to have those cards at that moment. It's like what's meant to be kind of stuff. So like you have to see them as like those strengths were like at the bottom anyway. You know what I mean? Because you were eventually in your strategy, you were not, unless you're hard drawing them, but like you can't like we can never like blame Jasmine for certain things like that. It does suck though when you see it, right? You know, when we're playing the game and it's like who knows, maybe they're in the middle. It doesn't feel that bad when it's like when you yourself feel like you're putting them at the bottom. It feels worse. But like in our strategy is like those were not meant to be drawn anyway. You know what I do you guys kind of get what I mean by that? Like I don't
Yeah.
like the like let's just not play Jasmine, which is a +1 every turn because it can put good stuff at the bottom.
Yeah,
Which
no,
I
I agree.
have heard some people like
I
when Danny I
agree.
think he said like I don't like Jasmine because it could put your good stuff at the bottom. I was like ready to crash out. I was like,
Yeah,
I'll tell you in person why that's wrong in so many ways.
I agree, and I mean, I have the same theory because I was playing Oswald a lot last set, and it's kind of like the same
Yeah.
thing, right? Like I take the risk of Oswalding and putting the under the sea I'm looking for at the bottom, or I take the risk of getting the item or putting something else at the bottom, and then the next card after that is the under the sea. Like you're always taking that risk that like because I could have because if that play would have worked out, I'm sure Mike would have been like, oh damn, you're insane. Like if I drew the dog off the Jasmine and then docked and then hit a
Yeah,
strength or
like
or
what
or
if those
Hades.
two strengths were like the fifth and sixth cards? So you put doing the Jasmine, putting three at the bottom helped you, right?
Yeah,
Like you know, there's worlds where that
yeah.
it's really good, it's really
Yeah.
bad.
I get what he's saying. Why he was saying the scar option should have been the option because he's saying like if I do put those cards in the bottom, then I'd for sure just lose because that's like one of my outs. But the way I was doing it, like the dock would get me into like if I find a dock, the dock gets me into the Hades. Like I get what he's saying because I was also thinking the scar line, but I'm like I think what I was thinking in that moment was like I need to out this turn because if I don't, like I'm in a really bad position even if I do draw it next turn. So I was looking for a way to out it that exact turn. I just unfortunately didn't hit it because I'm sure like, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm sure if the Jasmine hit the way I wanted to, and I like got a dock off the Jasmine, played the dock because I only had like two cards in my hand. Like I didn't mind discarding the two
Yeah,
if I found the answer right, and then I dock and I find the answer. I'm sure everybody would be like, oh, that was a like oh that worked out so
Jasmine's
good.
broken. Let me
Yeah,
buy her out. Yeah,
yeah,
like bro.
yeah.
Yeah,
So
no,
I
I
mean,
get you.
but yeah, this deck's good, man. It's tricky to play, and I think it's good.
Shout
Yeah,
out Color.
just to be yeah, Shelly colorless. Right, like I think I talked to him actually right before day two. I was like, I remember meeting him and he was like, "Oh man, another interview. Got to talk about my list." And he talked about the Scrump and how spicy that was, and he put Scrump on the map, right? Like if you see Scrump in a green yellow dogs list, it's because of him and his team. Yeah, 'cause I know he has a good test group that I met. They were there all there at the
I
6K,
really
bunch of
wish
pro
I
guys.
could have profiled him. That would have been really cool. The cool thing about him is I actually played him multiple times on Lorcanito throughout that week. And we were talking about it, like you just got paired, naturally paired into him. So I kind of knew about it. Every time I feel like I felt pretty favored, but I don't know if it was the last minute spice or he just never drew it. I never knew about this like scrum under the sea strategy. So like I had no idea. I was like, what does this card even do? I have to like reread it. I just thought it was like just straight simple green yellow. You know what it always does. I never saw that coming. I don't think I
Yeah,
ever even saw him have it in the build, and we were testing on accident. You know, it was kind of crazy.
To be fair, no hate against Kron. I love Kron, but I hate when my teammates play a deck. He might have not seen the Under the Sea, right? Or the Scrump. But I hate when my teammates play a deck and they don't tell me like important stuff of the deck. I'm like he told me he was playing I asked him, I said, what did he lose to? And he said dogs. So when I faced the dogs, I'm like, oh, this is probably the guy that beat Kron. I didn't know he was on Under the Sea. I got Under the Sea and I was like, well, that would have been nice to know. Like,
To know, right?
yeah,
No, that's a big
yeah,
important
yeah, that's
information.
what I'm saying.
that would have been
It was
nice.
the same thing
Yeah.
when I faced the guy from On the Play and I asked Danny, oh, what is he on? Oh, he's on brooms and he's just on the broom package. I'm playing a whole item deck and he doesn't tell me this guy's on like 3 benches. I'm like, come on, dude. Like, what are you
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
I'm like, what are you doing, bro? But yeah. If I ever do that to you guys, give me crap because yeah, that's why we have teammates, right? Like to tell each other this like important stuff. Like
Not even teammates, even just friends, right? Like, oh, I went against this. Oh, you're facing that guy. Hey, watch out, he plays blah blah, blah right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
always funny, right? It's like when you get paired up, like, yo, does anyone know who this is? Right? You're trying to get any little bit of info.
James
Because like
goes so out of hand for that. James goes too crazy about that though. He'll be like, "Hey, the guy standing over there, bro." He does not want to sit down
yeah,
until he figures out his opponent's playing.
but he'll do it like
I'm like,
publicly
bro,
in front of
one time I got
everybody.
annoyed. I'm like, "Go
It's so
sit down,
funny.
bro, and figure it out. Like you're fine. Like if he doesn't know what you're on, so it's only fair. Go over there and sit down."
I only start asking like that in like the last rounds because I know I'm bad.
It's important.
Yeah, because I know I'm bad and I don't know what anyone's playing because I'm just bad like that. And I know I'm pretty sure they know what I'm playing. So I'm like, all right, I want to be on an even playing field. Like I need to find out what this guy's playing. Because I'll even be in top.
And there's nothing wrong like with that, like right, like the whole like we've been sitting openly, like it's not like it's private information, right? Like
Yeah.
technically 6th, 7th, right, 8th round, like this is technically should be public. Now the other guy knows or not, but like that's different. But like it's not like it's super private information.
I don't know.
But I don't know.
But yeah, but I'm the same way, man. Like the last thing I do is look at what everyone's playing.
Yeah.
It's I rather go like just get some air and chill.
Yeah.
Like
the reason
after
the reason I do that too is because in DLCs it's gonna be very rare that you know what your next opponent is playing. Like you're playing with 2,000 players, like you're not gonna know what your next opponent is playing. So you just gotta get in that mindset of playing blind. I don't know if you guys notice, even in top when we go into top cuts and I'm in top cut, I still ask you guys what is this guy playing because I have no idea. Like I'm so bad at it. Like I never know what my opponent is playing. But there's a blurple list. I feel like we could skip over the blurple list because we're gonna be seeing a lot. No shame to these guys that top 8 the Anaheim, but we got a lot of blurple decks to come that are
Sorry guys,
that
that's
are
the
probably
thing when everyone's on the same deck. It just
that are probably more
no
refined.
credit.
I do want to point
yeah.
out. Well, this is the SSG, the one that happened last week, and this is the one with Thiago that he took first. Not gonna touch too much on it either because he changed his list and probably everybody wants to see the updated list. But this was the first list he topped, almost the same I think from what he said. He just changed out like a few cards.
I like this list. I already like this list better than
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I really like Thiago's list, but I do want to show. Jeremy top 8 this one too. Damn, he's been doing better than Zan, bro. His own homie. I do want to show. No, I'm not because he's the one that started this trend. So if you guys start seeing all these second starts to the right, he topped this event with second starts to the right, and that's why it's been popping up lately. And he was playing this list without Dumbo. So, yeah, I just want to point out for that reason because I think he was the first one I saw that topped, and then literally after he topped with this, a lot of people started playing second start to the right, and that's where we're in right now. So.
Yeah, now those are enchanted. It went from being $30 to like almost $100.
Do you guys want to look at any of these lists? Bivens, Purple Steel, the Ruby
I'll
Amethyst.
check out Bivens. Yeah, like Bivens is always an interesting take. And he's always been Purple Steel. He's like the Purple Steel guy. He played that at Nats.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's pretty close to Thiago's list. Or his current list, I think. The one he just won.
I mean, there's Evasive Jafar. There's the Skater Mim.
Man, is there something with me and just like I don't like Fort Calhoun? Am I tripping by not liking Fort Calhoun? Like I feel like would you guys play Fort Calhouns in your decks?
I don't think I would.
I'm not against it, but I played 3 in mine, so it's like I get it. But it's really good.
He's still playing it on his current list.
It's really good if you're on Diablo, the one drop Diablo, right? Because then it could just quest and forever because they'll never challenge it. Calhoun, the main way Purple Steel controls the early game is with Hook and Calhoun. You really want to see that.
What do you guys think about Helga?
Oh, the 0
or save on their on turn, yeah.
Yeah, she's good, but Calhoun's better because you can gain lore. And the only time, and you have other ways to check evade, like the 2 drops, like either
it can
Genie.
upswing into a Dumbo, right? And then if you have the skater chick, the Tony Hawk, Madam M Pro Skater 3, if you have her, then you can literally like Helga into the Genie too. Yeah. And survive. Like it's pretty good, man. Like I don't know, Helga's cool. Carlos was on it and he was destroying me with it. But to be fair, like that's different matchups, and it has the same issue, right? It's gonna super suck against Blurple. But if you ask me, it has more
against Blurple.
It has more use in Blurple against Blurple that your Calhoun will.
I think the reason why
you're super greedy on that 2 lore, that is fair. But you know what? I'll be on Roses and I'll be on Cobras.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised I don't see Helga more. But actually, that force shield is also very, very solid.
Mm-hmm.
So
That is valid.
Maybe because of but I don't know. That's just me. I
I
don't
think
know.
the reason why is because the
The clapback
the
0-4.
clapback on it
Yeah,
is
yeah.
bad, and then the Calhoun's just gonna be better into the Amber Steel matchup regardless, because you're taking out their stuff, has to resist, and you're gaining the lore. And then I get what you're saying with the evasives, but once again, we've been talking about the evasive curve so much. Happy plus the Mim's gonna take out the Diablo anyways. Has Jafars that are gonna work with the Mim to take out the genies, the genie
Yeah,
itself,
I can see that.
and then you have the Jafars to pump up your Happy to kill a genie. Like, I think they have enough that they don't need
Yeah, that's true.
the Helga.
That is very true.
Yeah.
That's very
Yeah,
true.
like I'm a big fan of the I like to call her Quidditch, man, because she's out here running a broom, and she came up a lot in my tournament. Like whenever I played her, it was never bad.
Honestly,
Is that what she's
Diablo's
doing? She's riding a broom,
yeah.
Yeah,
dude. We keep calling her Tony Hawk Pro Skater 3 because like it just looks like she's riding a it looks like she's riding a skate every time they play her. It just looks like she's on a skateboard.
I mean, that's
yeah,
basically what she's
Till
doing with
right
it.
now, I barely found out she was in a broom.
yeah,
Right
bro.
now that you guys told me that.
She's playing Quidditch, man. I don't know y'all.
That's basically what she's
Everyone's
doing with it.
sleeping.
She's skating with it. Nah, she was coming up like crazy. Even at when Thiago was
No,
playing
she
her.
is skating it though, right? Like
Yeah,
she's
she's
like
skating it.
riding it like
Yeah,
it's
Well,
yeah, she's skating it.
she's got the skater
okay.
pose, you know.
Yeah, bro.
She's going
That's
down the
skater.
ramp.
That's Tony Hawk for sure.
Yeah, she's
She
standing
about
there.
the
So
about the
so
special.
far we got 2 purple steel wins and then finally 1 blurple, but this one was a tiny tournament. 76. This was Zenulus from Maelstrom. Once again,
I hate how people all of us. Oh, never mind. I'm not even gonna get started.
Go ahead,
what
go
happened?
ahead.
How many times was I? How many times was I asked because I was playing Baymax in my deck?
Let it out.
Oh,
Anyway,
hey,
all right,
No,
guys.
but
So now
anyone,
that you guys decided that gimmick is pretty good, huh?
anyone that
Yes,
watches
I
the
get it. It's like countermel. It's a different meta, so now it's good. It's not. I don't care what you guys said. When I was healing my Plutos and Lawrence, that was pretty good too.
yeah,
Baymax
But
is
I was
cracked.
asked. Hey, shout out Drake.
shout out.
Anyway,
All I gotta,
he's on it now.
all I gotta say is before the set even came out, remember we were talking about Basil here first. Now it's in every list.
Yes.
Now it's in every
That's
list.
true.
So I thought he was cracked.
Hey,
He was
but
gonna be
Royal
cracked
Guard
up.
was better, but now nobody's on Royal Guard.
Yeah.
All right.
I honestly do now. Like if I was playing purple, I'd probably do Basil and Royal Guard instead of Rafiki. But
That's what I'm doing.
Also, guys, to be fair, on my list, I need to put it out. I'm probably gonna put it out this week. On the Blurple, I'm still weird and I'm still playing Scrooge and I'm playing the elephants and everything like that. But I'm playing a feather. In
Just
testing,
I want to right.
yeah, it's been really good in testing. Like if I'm just playing better bodies because we know like the better bodies are not an invasive for for like balance reasons. So once you just start cheating that balance mechanic and you just start putting the feather and this is evasive, like man, the in the mirror, like 5/5 evasive in the mirror, and like I can also check aggro that way. Like it's really good. But that's a whole other thing for a different. Check out 24 game for that.
Okay.
So this is the tournament that happened this weekend at Ink. This is what won. So this is why I said we can't just count out aggro because you gonna run into this and you're just gonna get slapped in the face by it and lose in like 5 minutes. So,
This is scary.
Wait, real quick before we jump into this deck, Eddie, do you like feather? I just don't want to forget that. I was gonna actually ask you about feather.
I was
Do
running.
you like feather? Have you tried it?
I was running 2 of them in my first purple list, and I shaved it down to 1. Like when I went to the Anaheim, I had 1 in my list. Like
Okay.
that's when I played purple. Yeah, I had it, and that's when I went like 6-1 that day.
Okay.
And yeah. So I mean, it's good. It's not necessary.
You're right.
You know, it's not necessary, but it is good. It has its moments, especially if you're still on Monstro. I'm a big fan of Monstro. People are cutting out Monstro.
Yes, I was on I'm on too. One of Monstro too. I was on one, but yeah, I like it
because
too.
you can do that silly OTK with him, with feather.
Oh, my Monstro has evasive now. Oof. All right.
It's so good.
You don't play Adder removal. You got out this Monstro. Yeah.
It's amazing. But yeah. Ember still. This list is crazy.
yeah, this list is dumb. I mean, I don't. Let me see the other one real quick.
I'm scared of this list. I've never seen that list before.
Wait, didn't I just open? Did I just open the same person?
That's the one that won the Ink.
Yeah. I thought I opened this one. Curse Spice. What happened here? Let me close one of these. Let me see what Kurt's running. Oh, he's actually not even running. Okay, so
See, this is more that's more typical. Like
yeah.
Kurt Spicer's list.
So I don't think the
Bro,
Prince
I
is
like
needed.
that card. I read that card and I knew that card was good.
Which one?
I wait. What place did this guy get?
He got first.
You got first.
Okay, I told James. I told the aggro master himself. I said that dog that comes in exerted. I'm like, dude, this card is really good because you're gonna have bodyguards anyway.
I
Hmm.
think what really
That's what's
makes
That
scary.
card's
I think what
really
really makes
strong.
it good is the Tiana, right? Like you go Aurora, then Tiana on 2, then drop this on
And they
3.
can just trade that, drop it exerted
Yeah,
anyway. Yeah.
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 They're not gonna out this.
Or
So
bodyguards are already in play, right? Because he
yeah,
just comes out exerted. It's already being protected. Like
yeah.
it's so good. That's such
So
a good card.
the only thing I don't like about this list, but I'm glad people are putting the Gym Deer instead, is the Prince. I think the Gym Deer is like way better right now. And I think there's also like another almost Gym Deer, isn't it? Like one of the knights,
Sleepy,
also a 0-4 bodyguard.
sleepy.
Who?
The dwarves, right? Sleepy
Yeah,
04
Sleepy. Yeah,
bodyguard. Good
yeah.
drop. Yeah,
I feel
sleepy.
like this is good enough, a 0-4, and you're getting the inkability versus the uninkable. Like I think I'd probably just run 8 Gym Deers or whatever the other card's called, the Sleepy, the 0-4 bodyguard.
Uh to be fair, the threshold is 4. Do we agree with that? Threshold in the game right now is 4. You know what I
Um,
mean?
What do
yeah,
you
Threshold.
mean?
I get what you're talking about, but I feel like
So
the
the
matching.
threshold is like what people are like the magic number right now in offense and defense is 4. That's what people are like trying
Yeah,
to like interact with. So if you can always break that threshold is good. So let's say he did have the room for the unique ability. I obviously I think 05 is way better, right? Because a lot of decks are just prepared for more of the 4 anyway.
yeah.
Hmm.
I just see it like with the Tiana, like it's almost the same thing. I get what you're
Like, it's
saying.
almost irrelevant.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Hmm.
I get you.
like with the Tiana on
Well, I
board,
mean,
like
how
it's
much
also
uninkable is like? I wonder what is he? Did he just to cut something that was uninkable? Because maybe then that matters, right? Like,
he's on 20 uninkables.
oh, he's only on 2 daisies, so maybe then you can just go 4 daisies. But like, I don't know how good that
Yeah,
is. You know what I mean?
yeah. Well, I mean, we've all been saying kind of Daisy's not as good. Um,
Yeah, feels okay.
he is
Honestly, with so many Rafikis and hooks running around, she becomes like more mid,
yeah,
right?
he is on 20 uninkables.
I like that Snow White. What do you think about the Snow White? I
Yeah,
actually like her.
That's spicy.
I
That's
think it's
spicy.
fine.
I actually like that Snow White. In this format with a little less removal, it makes sense, right?
Yeah,
It's the one that can't be challenged, right?
Yeah, like, bro, okay, well, we're in a limited removal pool. You tell me I have to spend my removal on this? Like, yep.
Yeah, no, she's very scary. Like there's a lot of scary things in this deck, right? Like that 05 bodyguard, the bolts, that's Snow White, Tiana, Pluto. Like I'm finally I see a Pluto with Tiana. They make so much sense together, right? And he's a
On
full into
curve,
it.
yes, on curve too. Like, screw you. Yes, it's cool playing it early, but like the fact that you don't have to.
Hmm. And he's on the Aurora, which kind of just has that dream Tiana on 2 play. I don't know if there's any other princesses. Maybe the Snow
the
White's a
Snow White.
princess.
Yeah, that's
A
about it.
Mulan, I
Milan, you can play
guess.
for
Yeah.
free.
Yeah, that's not bad. Playing Mulan for free. If anything, just stick to the curve. But like, there was a moment. I know Purple Steel is probably this is Amber Steel's worst matchup, but there was a moment where they thought they quested with their Daisy, their Nala, and then they played like Lady into Jim Deere, thinking that their Lady and Nala would be safe with a 0-4. And then they had a Calhoun, and then on turn 3 they played the Madam Mim that pumps Calhoun, so Calhoun did 4, and then their hook took out the Nala. Like just
Yeah,
in Amber still couldn't recover from that.
Dude, that Madam Mim with a Lilo or that Madam Mim with a Jafar or anything is so
Yeah, any
disgusting.
pump. And that's like you need pump.
Any pump with the
You need
Madam
pump
Mim
in this
is
meta,
crazy.
so this is what Blurple's
but
starting to look like, and I'm
Yeah.
honestly kind of here
Well,
for it.
six usually it's 6-1 drops for the standard, but yeah, pretty close.
Yeah,
A little bit of less Yagos.
yeah, they're playing like 6 to 8 one
There,
drops.
there we go. Yeah. So
Yeah, four
we
Yagos.
see before it was like mandatory 8, right? Now we're seeing it down to like 7 to
it's
6.
becoming like, okay, there's less aggro now, guys. We can start doing what we wanted to do originally. Be the control deck.
Right. Like some are just running Basil, like just like 3 Basil. That's their only one drop, and the rest is high end.
I like
Yeah,
Basil because it has some use in the mirror, right? So if you're playing somebody blind and you go
it's so
like
good.
Inkly Basil, and then it's a mirror. Well, at least it's not like fully dead, right? Like that
Yeah.
Basil, you're just patient. You can still do some
Probably
work.
like the most classic line is like turn 4, play your Elsa, exert their Dumbo or Genie, pump it, quest with Basil, pump your Elsa, take out Dumbo or Genie.
Yes,
Like
yes, 100%.
classic.
That Basil with the Elsa is so broken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there was a thing I was gonna comment right now. I forgot. Um, with the blurple right now we were talking about it. Oh, I feel like we have to talk about it.
Oh
So,
shit.
how many events have Blurple won?
0. No, 1.
One, I think.
Yeah,
Oh,
1.
yes, no. Was that the one yesterday in San Diego?
No. Dude.
Did the
Oh,
Blurple win it?
I don't know about the San Diego one, to be honest.
So maybe maybe like 2 or 3.
No,
And we're probably
I
missing
know for
some.
sure it's 1. Ink Deck, Ink, and CCS did not get won by Blurple. So, I mean, if
Yeah,
the
this
San
Can we
Diego,
weekend,
agree?
no.
if
I
the San
think we
Diego
can
tournament,
agree that Purple Steel is dominating the winning scene.
yeah,
Oh yeah, a lot of purple still like in first place.
Because you know what was weirdly enough, I saw Purple Steel as the best deck to top. Like it's so hard to not top with it. But now it's literally statistically the deck that has like you can win with it.
yeah.
So like
So,
why not play that?
yeah.
You know what I mean? Kind of crazy.
So we got the last one, which is CCS. Unfortunately, I only have it on Facebook. So this is Thiago. This is what his updated list on what he won with, literally yesterday or today. I like the Palace cards. I like the Rajas, and the reason I like all
Yep.
this stuff and the Giant Cobra because he's also playing the Treasure Guardian. So at this point, like you almost have the Genie, not evasive, but he's still drawing a card a majority of the time because these Palace guard Rajas and Giant Cobras, they're good bodies. Like they should stick on the board. So it's like you're almost playing 8 genies in a sense.
You know what we know what's starting to be spicy of. I know Eddie can tell you this. I know Lorcana Dad can tell you this for a little bit. You remember that card? They never come back.
No man, don't
So
remind me.
people are starting to catch on the Raja Palace guard, and then they play that card. They just double wipe your board right there. Like they one card for 2, right? I think that card is good too because even like in freezing situations, is really good too. Not like your opposing characters exert. So
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, well, no, yeah, definitely. Illusions are popular in purple steel now, right? Illusions are broken because they're just overstated characters, but with the drawback of an action touches them, they get blown up. That's why purple's on 4 hypnotic strength. That's why purple steel is usually on some amount of actions. Like besides just strength. Like everyone knows that illusions are a thing now. If you go against purple steel, you're probably going to go against like maybe this exact list because it's been winning so much. Um, and knowing that, right, it's like you're gonna see some new tech cards like the one you mentioned, right? They never come back. I agree with you. I think that card should be like a meta because it 2-for-1s illusions. It freezes. Even if they're not on illusions, it freezes 2 things, and so that allows you to catch up if you're behind, or allows you to just and actually that's enough in this meta. If you're able to catch up if you're behind, that's actually enough. It's like buying a turn. It's like instead of them questing for 4 next turn, let's say you freeze 2 double questers,
Yep.
you get another turn.
I can win your mirrors. Yep.
Yeah, I mean, and that's just against anything. Like I was testing it in Blurple as like an answer to aggro.
And it
But
draws you a card. So it's not like that card just freezes too. It draws you a card. It replaces itself.
but
So
yeah,
technically what you're
this
doing is you're paying 3 ink to freeze 2 things. Because you're not losing card economy. So pay 3 ink to freeze 2 things is pretty good. It could be pretty good. And then if you're hitting double illusions, that's saying pay 3 ink, banish 2 characters. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like
I just know like 2 weeks ago I bought 8 of them from Forbidden Mountain.
he's actually not on the skater memes. I thought he was.
He's not, and that is surprising. But he made it work, right? He's just on Jafar
Yeah,
and Hypno as his only
he
strength.
clapped the mirror that was on the skater memes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Like the mirrors, yeah, the mirrors are interesting. I guess I can give some free purple steel advice. It's all about setting up, 1 drop, 2 drop, and then your 3 drop has to be something that survives. because on 4 you want to play like Genie or Treasure Guardian, and then sing Strength with your 3-drop to out their Genie or their 3-drop Singer. It's like the first to sing Strength in the mirror just kind of gets a huge advantage.
Yeah.
So
Also, like,
that's usually what you should expect if you play the mirror.
I feel like that's any
I
steal.
like how we're seeing free advice, but we're seeing free advice. Like, oh, this is not Metafy exclusive. No,
It's
but
not.
like also on the draw too, like the strength. Like that's very huge, right? Because like you might have to keep a strength in your mulligan if you're on the draw. Because if you get to strength before them, like if the on the play person did not see it, it literally switched the tables. Like I think I was literally telling not we're not talking about strength, but I'm literally telling Caesar. I think I told Caesar. I was telling Dre. I don't know who I was telling. I'm like, if you need to have certain cards in your deck that when you put down, it switches who went first. So like it didn't matter what you draw. So we're playing a very good 3-drop uninkable. Hasn't been released on the new list, but we're playing a very good uninkable 3-drop blue. I was playing it that I was on the draw and I was dropping it on 3, and it just felt like now they're looking at my board. Like it just switched the tables. Like wait a minute. Like okay, now I need to start challenging. So whenever you can like switch the tables and just play cards like that, switch the tables like Strength of a Raging Fire when you're on the draw, you gotta know those. Like you gotta know in your deck what are those cards, right?
I'll
Like in the
say
mirror, you can't match character for character because you're just gonna lose. Like you literally have to do something different, but like something that's gonna flip them to where, like, for example, right? This is a risky play, but like on Blurple, if on turn 3, I drop Iago. I'm on the draw and they drop Genie. I drop Iago. If you don't have that hypnotic challenger or whatever card, I literally turn the tables because I'm Elsa. You hit here like I probably won. You know what I mean? So it's literally sometimes risk plays that you have to do
but
when you're
if
on
they
the draw.
do
But
have
like,
it, you probably lose.
Yeah, you probably.
That's what
lose.
happened to me. That's what happened to me.
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
To be fair, that is very fair. That's why you just play Scrooge and play a feather on the Scrooge, bro. Call it
Right. Okay.
This guy did have the feather, but he did not have the
Yes,
scrooges.
that's not out, yo. You're not
This guy
wrong on
did
that
have
one.
the feathers, but he did not have the scrooges. That's peace.
Also, guys, when you guys have Rafiki against Blue Steel, please keep playing Hypnotic Challenger on turn 2 and bump your Rafiki and trademark Jasmine. Please keep doing that. I love when you guys don't ram. Okay. Anyways, go on.
So this is Jeremy's and Zan's deck. The green blue list. Honestly, I was seeing people play this Donald Duck on 4 beforehand. I feel like it's pretty good. I'm still like unsure about the Baymax. It can be good and then cannot be good, but
I'm not a fan.
Man, this list is pretty. I'm not gonna say
The
it's anything
Baymax?
crazy.
Yeah, I was testing green blue before. I mean, obviously, I was testing everything, but the only time Baymax is really good is against aggro because you need something to just shift and sing under the sea.
Yeah.
That's. I mean, yeah, you can.
Or when you can just shift it to win you a game in front of the nation.
Oh yeah,
On
I
stream.
didn't. I didn't see. I didn't see the stream, but
It's
I heard
also pretty
about
good. It's a good way
I
to
heard
troll
about it.
people too.
Yeah.
Oh my
I'm
god. That card is
kind of
good.
iffy on it. Like I said, me with
I like
any.
it because the Bobby. I don't know if this list doesn't have the Bobby, but
It,
like the Bobby draws this card. Now, if you don't have the, I like how you're able to stamp on the Bobby. So like the Bobby now has double use, right? Like if you're gonna play the Bobby, I like it. This one does not play Bobby, so Baymax maybe is not as good because your one drops actually do something else. But I don't know.
oh, they're not
I don't
playing
like the Donald.
Hades. Oh.
Huh? Wait, Hades.
I was about to
Yeah,
say.
they
Hades is
gotta-
crazy.
I was about to say.
No,
What,
Hades is
I was
crazy.
about to say their Ninkables is why I don't like it, but I just saw they're not on Hades.
12.
That is wild. That is very wild.
That is a bit
That's
wild.
peace.
But
That's peace.
Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
okay.
That's
Here's
peace.
a Skaterman package. William.
Skater Boy. That's what I would call my deck name.
Yeah.
Skater Boy.
Let's just
She
kind of
was
go
a
through these
skater
quick.
boy.
But yeah, like people were putting in the Snow Whites. Not everyone's putting in that other 04 yet.
Bro,
Okay.
I don't know what's up with bodyguards are gaining a lot of popularity recently.
I like this guy has it.
It's
Jim
really
Deere.
good.
The Jim Deere.
If
you
you
know what I
have,
think people started realizing? Elsa's a really strong card, so why don't I just exert them for you? Like
Basically.
I'm just gonna play better sided characters because you're gonna exert my stuff anyway. So I'll play all these good characters. I just come out exerted. Go ahead. Deal with it.
If I were to play a purple list, this is kind of what I would play right now.
I agree. Honestly, this seems like a pretty actually the only thing I would change is maybe add
That
some
is a really
visions. I
strong
think
one.
I like visions a lot right now.
I think it's always
Yeah,
develop over vision because once again we're saying if you just miss to
it
drop,
fixes. Yeah,
if you miss to drop ramp, you're just kind of losing, and this like helps you see the to drop
yeah.
ramp
Yeah.
more.
I
Because
just
your vision
yeah.
is never a two drop, right? If your vision is a two drop, you're probably lost.
Yeah, you probably lost. Yeah.
So your vision is mid to late game, and then mid to late game. I mean, I get it. When you have start of the right, you also wait. He's on
Okay.
zero finders. Okay,
Yeah, that's what they're doing now.
all right. So we're just fully cutting finders now. That's what's
Yeah,
happening.
that's what everybody's doing, kind of.
Yeah, I don't like
That
that.
is crazy. I don't like that either. I
There's
don't
gotta be a
like that either.
balance. You can't
I
just,
will say
especially if
this.
you're
I
not
mean,
on vision. Jesus.
that is crazy. Like, I don't know. I don't agree. I personally would be. I like start of the right. I like one or two of. I still would fit in two to three. Like those develops, it'd probably be like three finders and like or two finders and two visions at least. Or I mean, two develops and two finders like at least. Like that's kind of insane to me.
I agree. Yeah, like
I will
I
say
get.
this because it's happened. I mean, maybe this is the specific matchup, but it's happened to where like they sing together, they draw five cards. Sure, they do the Hades, they Hades me, but like the other characters are not get to challenge my board, right? Like it's like I don't know, it's very niche sometimes, or like if they don't have the singers, you can never come back from that card. What are you
Yeah.
gonna do? Pay 9,
Yeah.
pay 10, draw pass. I'm
Like
behind. Well, I gotta draw my cards now. Go ahead. Hopefully I can catch up even more next turn. So there's still utility where I can go finders, draw three or whatever, and then still play an Elsa or play a Bell, move some damage around, or like I don't know.
yeah,
That's just
like this version without keepers really relies on the Dumbo to like do a lot of heavy lifting.
you can
And
never lose your board presence, right? And the build. Oh, is that a feather? Hold on. Let me see this list. Baymax to dude. This is very close to like my list. Except that everybody's got a weakness. It's like literally two Donald, two of
Wait,
the
none
Scrooge.
of these people at top were on Monstros.
it's crazy. I think Macho's the best card in Blurple.
Interesting. Alrighty. Let's go back to the screen. But that's pretty much all we got.
What do we think? Before we finish, I was going to say like, what do we think for Denver? What do you guys think
Oh
is going to
shoot!
win, or
I
what?
forgot to share the CCQ thing. So before we go into that subject, let me see if this is showing on my screen. It is. In case you guys didn't know, we did get an announcement for CCQs. Obviously, the one in Denver is going to be a CCQ, September 12th to the 14th. Then we got LDXP Tacoma, October 31st and November 2nd. And then the other one we are excited for is SCGCon Las Vegas on November 21st to the 23rd. So I think a lot of us from the Cookout and our team, TCG, are going to Denver. And you more than likely will see a lot of us and a majority of SoCal in SCGCon Las Vegas. So I'm sure that will be fun. But any comments on this you guys got? Or we could go into the Denver talk.
I mean, I'm excited. I'm excited for CCQs. You have a chance. For those of us who can't get past Eventbrite, it's our only chance. And
I'd rather just them have another DLC, but that's peace.
that'd be nice. But yeah, that's what we get. We take what we can get.
Yeah, honestly, I just like big events and not make them all far away. So if we possibly can get a PPG close by, that would be really, really cool. Hopefully, we get one real soon.
Yeah,
Do you imagine?
that'd be
Yeah,
cool.
I could definitely imagine.
That would be cool.
I know.
But I
One
guess
day,
we'll just talk
West
about Denver
Coast.
before we end it real quick. We're going on for a pretty long while already, so we'll just talk about Denver real quick. What we expect. You're not going, huh, Eddie? From us
No,
here?
I'm not.
Okay. So I guess you tell us what you would expect.
I would expect, you know, everything we mentioned, all the decks we've shown. I would expect those decks, literally, almost card for card. The Tiago Purple Steel list. I would expect the Humble Purple list.
Mhm.
I would expect the Zan Green Blue list. Obviously, there's gonna be variations. They're not gonna be card for card. They're gonna recognize that they're, the cat's out the bag a little bit, and they're gonna be um, teching a little bit for those matchups. I would recommend taking something that's super consistent, something that you know the lines for, and that just comes with reps, right? Um, if I was to go, I would. The safe pick is probably purple still. A little risky, like less risk on the radar would be purple. Um, if you want to be cool, I'd take like a rogue deck like blue steel or green yellow. Um,
Oh, thank you, Eddie. I'm glad you think I'm cool. Oh,
it is cool. I love playing because like there's that. So in this meta, when you go against those meta matchups, you know what to expect. You know the lines are very like much the same. Like what card they play on turn 1, what card they play on turn 2, 3, 4. And when you go against like a rogue deck like blue steel, ruby steel, you have that factor where they don't know exactly what you're doing. And yeah, there are variations of the deck. Like if you go Tipo on 2, that changes everything. Like if I'm playing a blue steel player and you go Tipo on 2, I know they're like on the high tempo. I expect Hades, I expect Vincenzo. If they go shift Jasmine on 2, I expect a lot of allies coming down real quick. I maybe
Scar,
expect
right? You
yeah,
expect you start make sure Scar.
I start holding my removal for Scar 100%. The second I see an ally, I'm like waiting for that Scar because that's when my removal is coming down. So it's like little things like that. Any little bit of
How are you
information
removing the
you can
Jasmine
get.
though if you're holding the removal?
It depends what I got. Like if I'm holding strength, yeah, I will. If I have Rafiki or Hook, I'm gonna hypno it. Yeah, I will.
What if
I
I
will.
have
I
Pluto?
will.
As a
Well,
purple steel player or
yeah, yeah.
as
If I'm a purple steel player, I'm playing Hook. I will hypno to kill the Jasmine and punish you for shifting on 2. As a purple steel player, I would love to do that.
that's fair.
And if I have
I
strength, I'm
agree with
holding
that.
the strength. I need to, and I'm gonna hold the strength for like for whatever. Unless I have to ink it and go like Genie, Elsa, then I'll hold the Elsa later, right? Elsa can be just as good as
Sometimes
strength.
too, like if you could out tempo blue steel, and sometimes okay, so like there was a testing we did. I could have drawn off with Pluto, but I chose not to because I was gonna lose the tempo war, and it was actually gonna cost me the
Mm-hmm.
game. I ended up winning that game, but I'm saying like sometimes like you force your opponent to where like this guy can't even afford to like do the draw because if he loses that Pluto or that Tink, right, like he loses. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I get. I mean,
Was
but it's still obviously like they play a Scar. If you have the removal, you remove it.
yeah,
Like
like
Yeah.
it doesn't change that.
like if I'm playing Blur Ball, it's way more linear. Like I'm gonna try to go Genie on 4. If I'm playing Blue Steel, right, I'm going Genie on 4. I'm gonna try to go like maybe Elsa or Belle on 5, right? I'll maybe be patient with the Elsa, maybe, or if I can draw, I'm gonna play keepers. I'm gonna play keepers. If I can play second star, I'm gonna play second star. It's just one of those things where it's like I'm just gonna try to just flood the board with evasives because I know Blue Steel struggles with evasives,
I do not
and
feel that
I'm
way,
going to.
but all right.
No, that's what I would do. I mean, yeah, I know you have. If you're playing like the Smees, those are scary. I'm more scared of the Smees than the
Dude,
Genies.
speaking of me, shout out like that two drops me being MVP does not go away. If
Yeah,
it's
like
not in
that's the
one card art
scarier.
title to another, like that Smee has been overperforming. Like because yes, Genie's really cool, but he's a 3 drop. He's a 3/4. Like he better. But like that Smee's like overperforming for a 2 drop. Like he's overperforming. Like it's
Again,
crazy.
again.
It's a huge difference. It's a
The
huge
OP two
difference
drops me.
because it only costs him
Or like
2.
the fact that you can sacrifice that 2 ink you spent, and
Mm-hmm.
that's a draw 4 discard 2.
Yeah,
Or
it's
you know what I mean
disgusting.
off this card. Like oh, I wonder what I'm gonna pick. I don't have to banish my Pluto or Tink. I'll just banish this 2 drops me and draw 4 discard 2. You know what I
Also,
mean?
I guess, but I mean, another word of advice: if you are playing Blurple, give yourself a chance against aggro and play a 4-drop uninkable rusher, Luisa or Rafiki. I think Luisa's a safer rusher, but give it like that's your best way to win on the draw against aggro is
I
Luisa,
tried that. I tried
not
that,
into the
Eddie.
unknown.
I
It gives you a
tried to
chance.
get people. I tried to get people on a 4 drop unequal rusher for 3 months last set. I could not. So I'm telling you, bro, these guys they're not gonna do it.
For those
I
who
did
are
see a
taking
purple list
Blurple,
that top the 3 Rafikis. They were playing the Rafiki. I'm like, yes, that's so cool.
for those who are
That
taking
neck was very
Blurple
strong.
to
5/5
Denver,
clapback. Yeah. People are
I
just scared of the
yeah.
clapback. Like with challengers, people are scared of the clapback, but I feel like if you got your value, like that's peace, right? I don't know.
I mean, I have more Blurple advice, but That's important.
That's for his Metafy guys. You guys gotta hit Suddenchill, Metafy dot slash GG, whatever it is.
I mean, purple steel and purple are good this end. Those are the two decks I actually have a lot of reps with. So, but yeah, I mean, I'm excited for you guys to go into Denver. I think it's gonna be a great tournament. You know, Dre's got to defend his ladder. We'll see if he can run it back. It's a different. I remember I was joking with him because he says he's not gonna play on the Friday event. I was like, why? So you don't want to leak your list again? And so he does, because that's what happened last time.
Yeah, that's what happened.
And but this meta is different. It's totally different. So this game is different since last time we went to Texas, like at the last PBG. It's a different game, and yeah, no, definitely. Good luck to everyone making the trip, the journey out there. Denver, I've never been, so it should be nice.
I can't wait to play my green yellow on Friday, and then play my red yellow racer deck on Saturday main event. It should be fun.
If you do that, I'm pretty sure. But that'd be fun. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I mean, Denver. I haven't really been seeing charts. I've been a little bit behind on YouTube, but I know Purple is dominating. Like as far as like what's actually in the meta. No, I'm saying like what's actually in the meta, not like what's winning. Now with people realizing that Dialga, I feel like now that with people realizing that Dialga just won 2 back-to-back big events on Purple Steel, and then if you go back and actually look at the big events, it's been 3 or 4 Purple Steel wins, and only 1 Purple win. I feel like we might see a shift. I still feel like Purple, because people are on it. Like people already spent their money. People got the Enchanted Bells, the Enchanted Dumbles, the Enchanted Hades. Like I feel like people are gonna be on Purple Steel, but I think there's gonna be a rise in Purple Steel because I think even at CCS this weekend, I don't think there was that many Purple Steels, and it ended up 2 in the finals. So I do see like a rise of Purple Steel coming through. I still think Purple's gonna be like either first or second top represented deck. I'm iffy on like the green blue because we all know people love Zan. And he just showed up.
Oh, was he the one hyping that deck up?
Him and Jeremy did.
He's the one that leaked it. He's the one that played it. Is that what he played?
Him and Jeremy.
Yeah,
Jeremy played it.
They played the same list. Yeah.
Okay, so what happened? Because I didn't get an update on that. Like, did they top or what?
Jeremy did top. He lost, I think, his top 16 match. I think maybe
he lost top 8. Top 4. He lost top 4 to Tiago.
Oh, he did lose top 4. Okay, so
he made it to top 4.
Jeremy went to top 4, and then Zan lost. He ended up losing. I
think he lost his win and in or something.
Yeah, he lost the last round. So they would have both top. And then honestly, Sailor was also on green blue, and he was doing pretty good too. He lost literally all the die rolls, and he also went like 7-2. So he was also green blue doing really good. So I know there's a chance that might see popularity, but I would not. I don't know where I feel about Amber Steel, but I would not count that deck out. I would not disrespect that deck. That is just me. I mean, what I'm playing.
This is the thing with Amber Steel. I see it as in like statistically, I don't feel confident that deck will top, that deck will win statistically from what it's showing. But I'll tell you this, just like Cesar said, I'm not going to a tournament not prepared to at least face it.
Yeah.
So like you don't want your losses to be from that, right? So you still better respect Tiana. Like it's not winning and it's not highly topping, but I promise you, like the decks that are topping and winning have some type of strategy against these Amber Steel aggro decks, right?
Wow, I wouldn't count it out for sure this weekend. Last weekend it did terrible. This weekend, CCS, there was 2 of them, and then Ink won it. And I think there was another one in top 8.
Oh, that's right. Ink did win it.
That was a big one.
You're right. Ink. It was it in a mirror? No, it was Purple Steel, Amber Steel. But hey,
no, it was Purple Amber Steel. I think. Was it not?
In the final?
Yeah, I think the finals was Purple versus Amber Steel.
You're right, because it was like I remember that because game 3, I think the Purple missed turn to ramp and it was over in like 2 minutes. Like that game 3 was crazy.
So that's why I'm undecisive because a lot of people were counting it out and it didn't perform super terrible like it did last week. It actually performed decent this week, I think. But I would definitely see like third deck be either green blue or amber steel. Um,
Yeah,
I don't know what I'm gonna play, to be honest. I'm leaning towards blue steel, more than likely, but I might give purple steel a shot. See how I feel about it.
I don't know what I'm gonna play yet either.
Yeah, you do. Stop.
Yeah, right.
Quit playing, bro.
Right.
Quit playing. Honestly, I might do one of the infamous me. I'm not infamous Eddie, where I'll just randomly switch my whole list and deck at the last second. But I am infamous for picking a deck the last day. So, I might do that. We'll see.
I met I literally you just reminded me. I think in my final match this yesterday, um, I went the guy's like I'm playing cards I never played before, so go easy on me. I'm like, oh bro, I do that every day. And then, like, every
He did that meme with the James Franco and the noose first time.
the first time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, I think, guys, from what I got in the news, I think Cassie had hit me up. She judged the event, by the way. Great judge. Great event that we had. Shout out Lorcana Fran.
No.
So from what it looks like, it looks like I might have a bounty for Denver. So those of you that are watching for Denver, if you're out there and then you face me, I mean, I have to tell you anyway once we're facing, but just get some extra tickets from me, or don't, and then I get to keep them. That'd be nice too. But that'd be cool. I was like, oh, I get to keep the tickets if they don't win. I'm like, yeah, sign me up, please. Like, hey. But if they beat me, like, it's still cool, right? Like, it's always a good feeling, like, community. I don't know. That's pretty cool that they're doing that. But I'm also excited for the CCQ. I wasn't that excited when it was like, oh, first place only gets an invite, right? I was like, oh my god, so why are people hyping these events? When I found out, there's these other cards involved, and there's prize walls like DLCs, and this, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, okay, now I can like at least like, I'm not getting first, but I can still like chase after the price walls and tickets and side events, and it's like this whole mini DLCs, right? That's cool.
Yeah.
They're at least giving you that experience of like the what are the cards? You know what the cards are?
The promos.
Yeah, those promos. I forgot what they were. Which ones are there? But whatever. Yeah, that's cool.
I think they're.
Coming to see some of you guys remember. Say hi.
Yeah. We'll see what I play, dude. Honestly, I just do know that more than likely, like whatever I'm playing Friday, I'm more than likely gonna play Saturday because I'm gonna waste this whole day Friday testing a deck and then to just switch on Saturday because I did bad. Like I'd probably just be like, it was a bad day. It is what it is, and just play the same deck again Saturday.
I might just play 2 different decks both days. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Really?
Yeah, I think Friday I'm gonna play a deck, and then Saturday, like, I'm gonna play the one that I'm more comfortable with. But I think Friday, I because I just, for Milwaukee, I still need like a very competitive environment to where I want to see the full experience with the other deck, with Ripple. So I need to at least try it once. And if there's one where I can still possibly top and do good, it's probably Friday, right? Like I still want to like have a big event with it, but I don't really want to. But I feel like I should. I feel like I should, right? Like.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't have like, it's not like I'm playing a bad deck. I'm trying to see if this bad deck is good. Like, you know what I mean? So, and I'm very comfortable with both those decks. So it's not like I've gone reps with both just so much. So I think if there's ever a time that I will ever do it, it's probably this time because I've never been comfortable with 2 decks in one meta. So I probably should just do it this time around.
I will say though.
What deck for what day? I have no idea. I have no idea.
I mean, I'm probably gonna take like 3 or 4 decks with me anyway, so we'll see what I do. But I will say this: if I play Blue Steel on Friday and I go undefeated, everyone like that hurts. Like that's what happened to Dre, right? Like everyone's gonna know what I'm playing Saturday, and then I'm just gonna get screwed.
You know what though?
To be honest,
you know what? Like okay, I will say this: I get first place on Friday in a Blue Steel, and that list goes popular. I do not care if I do bad Saturday. That is easy. I got first on. You know what? Like I did good on Friday. Yes, like I got it back to the map. Like you know what? Like you get good pricing if you're up that level. Like yes, I get it. Saturday's the main one, but like, hey, you know what's worse? Doing bad in both events. So I will take that. I am not gonna complain.
As the I don't know, maybe the Ghost from Christmas Past. Like I went to Texas, I played 2 different decks, and I did bad both days. I mean, I didn't top.
There you go.
so hey, I mean, I didn't do bad, but I didn't top.
Deck that wins, and then Saturday play the counter, the full counter.
Let me I mean,
That's
for
all it is.
whatever it's worth, like it is different out there. Like those players that go out to PPG are very good players, and I wouldn't waste those reps. Honestly, like the decks that the players that are ranked on the PPG ladder, the good players, they played basically the same deck. They played the same colors, but with maybe they changed like a card or two after Friday. That's what I would do in hindsight.
Yeah,
Is I would play like the list I want. I think I'm gonna play in the main event. Try a package and see how that
final.
package does, and then tweak it for the main event. Because I would Saturday is the
Also,
main event.
majority of the room will play the same deck, so you can also get a feel for it, right?
Yeah.
So like, oh, it's gonna be a lot of this. So now I know how my deck is. I think I need to put these cards
Yeah,
in.
that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like whatever deck I play Friday, I'm just gonna end up playing Saturday because I don't want to waste those reps.
But
But
watch,
real quick, Eddie, on Friday was there side events?
yeah,
Oh, okay. Because I was about to say, even if I do bad, I'll probably just stay in the main event just to keep playing.
yeah, I would, because those reps are real. Like honestly, especially like I played till like the eighth round, and there was like 9 rounds, like both days. Because I was technically still had a chance to get like top 32 because there's cut like prizing at least
Yeah,
to top
but
32.
what I'm saying if I'm out
He's
for no
saying because there's
prizing.
a CC2 now, if there's side events, it might be worth
Yeah,
to
yeah,
just go to the
yeah.
prize pool,
That's
play
what I'm
side
saying.
events.
Yeah, because if I'm out, like out and there's side events, I'll probably just go play side event. But if like there's nothing going on, and even if I'm like X4 and there's nothing going on, I would probably just keep playing just to get reps in.
Hmm.
But if there's side events, I mean, there's no point to be X4 in this tournament and then not go play a side event.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
I'm gonna go play side event because at that
For the
point,
plus,
I
In
don't
a
want to
box
I
or
don't want to
something.
disrespect anyone, but at that point, I'm playing against more than likely bad players. And
X4, yeah.
yeah, like
If
I'm
you're
not
ever X4,
like
just
that
yeah,
practice is no longer real in a sense. So I'll just go play a side event.
yeah. X3,
To be fair
that's when you're
though,
really
if you're
dead. That's
X4, you won a Mickey. So that who's to say that there's no other X4s that are also good and you just happen
If
to
I
like
go
right? Like if
X4,
you're in that position,
if I
it's
go
only fair that
X4,
other good players are probably in that position.
if I go X4, I'm handing my Mickey away.
Hey,
no,
you
you're
heard it
not.
here first.
I don't
You
deserve
heard
it.
it here
I'm,
first.
I'm, I'm gonna be like, who wants this? I don't deserve this. Nah,
Dude,
it happens to everybody. I mean, it's. I think it even happened to Bivens. Like he went like X3 drop at one of the tournaments. He's like, it happens to everybody, dude, and it really does.
hmm
But yeah, I think we're pretty much done. We're just kind of blabbering. So
Yeah.
if you wanna head us out. Oh, I'm the one that does the outro. Never mind. My bad.
Okay.
I was like, what? I don't know. I didn't practice that. I don't know.
I was like,
How to do
oh,
that.
Set up for yourself.
Yeah, my bad. Yeah, if you want to get us out of here, Cesar. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot. Everyone messes up the outro, bro. We need Danny back, bro. I'm about to just let him do the outro.
And he did play Anaheim, guys. He actually was ninth.
Oh yeah.
So
Oh
he's
yeah.
still playing Lorcana. He was ninth. He was the bubble for day one or whatever. So, you know what's crazy? TCG took like six. No shout out to those seven, the one that didn't make it. But we took like 6 out of 7 teammates to day two. But then none of us made top eight. Like it was this curse, and all of us started. Caesar couldn't
Massacre.
go. Then me and Karan played each other, and then it was just this whole thing. And it's like, how do we go from like 6 teammates go to day like 6 out of 7 or 5 out of 6 going,
But to
and
be
then like
fair,
day two, and then like none of us. It was crazy.
I think we're all at X2 at the start of day 2, so it's not too surprising.
Those 2x2s I made it though. Like I lost a winning in. I was X2 and I literally lost a winning in. Like I was gonna
Well,
100% win.
I was under you and Danny, so I'm glad I didn't even go because
Yeah,
you
yeah.
probably would have
Low-key,
made
like,
it. You probably would have made it,
yeah,
but seeing that Danny got 9th, I for sure probably wasn't gonna make it.
yeah.
So
Then he was saying he was bummed about 9th, but honestly, I was like, we were doing the stats. I'm like, I think we already knew from the get go that the best position was gonna be 9th or 10th anywhere.
yeah,
Like no matter how it turned out. Yeah.
yeah. That's why I didn't. That's why I didn't even attempt to go, bro. I'm like,
Hey,
it's not even.
shout out Danny. He did good.
Yeah.
He's still playing,
Well,
guys. That's the
yeah,
point.
he's still playing, bro. I mean, he still likes the game. He just doesn't really have anything to look forward. We just like to make the joke about Gundam. Cause hey, but if you guys real talk, and you guys like Gundam, go check out his channel because he's doing hot things. Honestly, he keeps topping these Gundam events, top 4, top 8s, finals at these Gundam events. So he's popping, man. If you guys like Danny and like some Gundam, go check him out. I think his YouTube is like just Danny O. I'm sure he'll plug himself. He still edits these videos. So
Let's go to
check him out.
www.danielletsgo.
Danny, let's go.
Daddy-o,
Daddy, let's
let's
go.
go.
Yeah. But yeah, let's get out of here. Once again, guys, thank you guys for watching. We appreciate the support. If you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that'd be great. But once again, we'll try to get these whenever we can. Keep on cooking and keep on questing. Peace.
Peace out.